Thomas Palmer invented the first musket in 1775. It was originally meant to arm the new military of the U.S. during the Civil War and was used for obvious purposes. It was constructed with wood, wrought iron, and copper fittings. It was light and had a built-in reloading rod for each rifle. The chemistry of the original muskets included the black powder ignition. To fire the gun, you would need to manually place a load of black powder, then a small paper to help with the ignition, and on top of the paper you would place the musket ball. After you were to place the cartridge, you would then cock the hammer back, which would strike another part of the rifle to create a spark that would light the paper on fire, in turn igniting the power load, and with a small explosion it would force the ball out of the rifle. It was important to society as it revolutionized modern warfare by creating the first long-ranged rifle. Throughout the years, it eventually would be rebuilt as such in 1780 with the first self-loading automatic rifle named the air rifle. It would continue to grow out from its original wooden roots into stamped steel and later even to even more cheap and resistant polymers such as today's AR-15s or the Israeli IWI Tabor. A modern example of how far rifles has come is the now infamous AR-15 platform, beginning with Eugene Stoner M16, invented in 1959. A major difference between this modern rifle as compared to the ancient muskets are the builds. The muskets were primarily of wood and iron, whereas newer rifles were constructed from steel, aluminum alloys, and plastic polymers, the M16. It was as heavy as a musket from the 1770s, due in part to its major construction consisting of plastics. Its original use was once again to better warfare and originally invented and patented for the U.S. Army during the Vietnam War and was adopted by the U.S. in 1969 to replace the old M14 rifles that the U.S. had been using since World War II. Originally, it was very unsuccessful due to the environment being prone to several jams, but would later be reintroduced as the M16A1 designation, fixing many of the original errors of the prior M16. Yeah. The most common way a modern assault rifle functions today is instead of manually reloading the entire cartridge, you have bullets to mostly do the work. Inside each bullet has a carbon load, similar to that of the old musket's black powder, as well as a small pin in the back that is highly thermally conductive. Inside the rifle's magazine, the bullet will be struck by an internal firing pin, and that conducts enough force to heat up the bullet's pin and ignite the carbon load inside, and thusly forcing the bullet out of the rifle. However, the gas expelled from the round will be reintroduced back into the rifle, into the gas tube, which forces the bullet to cycle another round into the gun, thus making it fully automatic. Bye-bye!